Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show y'all how I came up with this very simple, glowy and fresh makeup look. I feel like a lot of times when I do videos, I usually focus on like trying to play with color and just trying to do something different from what I've done in the last video. And today I wanted to do something that's just like very simple, very everyday, and just kind of, I guess, like tone down for what I've been doing lately. So this is the finished look and I'm going to show y'all how I came up with it. If this is your first time on my channel, again, welcome. My name is Sonia. I go by PatrickStarrr Philly on YouTube, and I really hope that you'll consider subscribing today. And of course, if you're already subscribed and you're already supporting my channel, thank y'all so much. Thank you for coming back today, and let's jump right into it. Today I'm going to be using Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm going to mix it with my L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. So sometimes I'll put the Lumi Glotion underneath my foundation, and today I'm mixing the two in together just to give myself some added luminosity. And I chose the Too Faced foundation today because I feel like it really is my favorite foundation. But I feel like it's also the one that has like a really nice like natural finish. But I don't think it has like a whole lot of glow to it on its own, which is why I added the L'Oreal lotion to it, because we are going for like a glowy look today. Okay, so I have like a medium coverage. I hope you guys can see the glow on camera. In case this is your first time watching one of my videos, this is the type of coverage that I go for. So I usually have some of the hyperpigmentation on my cheeks still peeking through my foundation, just because I don't really like a full coverage foundation. So we're gonna stop right there and move on to, sorry about that noise, we're gonna move on to under eye concealer, and I'm going to use the same thing that I use in pretty much like every single video. This is the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I'm finally getting the name right after how long has this stuff been out? I keep calling it the super coverage concealer. I forgot to tell y'all I'm in the color Maple in the foundation, and I'm using the color Mocha in this concealer. So I like to concentrate it right on my under eye area, and I bring it up on the side of my nose because I usually have marks there from wearing my glasses all the time, and I like blending mine out with a brush. So I'm just gonna tap and blend as I go, and I like bringing it down kind of like toward where my nose ends, and then I like dragging it out and up toward my temple, and just making sure I'm really getting on the side of my nose where I usually have that mark from my glasses. I'm gonna take whatever is left on my brush and I'm gonna hit right in the middle of my forehead and my chin. I recently stopped putting extra product right here and then blending it out, because I feel like when I do that I just put on way too much and it doesn't like blend well. So now I'm just using like whatever is left on the brush, which isn't a whole lot, but I feel like it's enough for me. And I usually don't put highlighting concealer down the center of my nose because I am later going to go on top of this area with a powder highlighter, so I feel like that's enough for me. To set my face today, I'm using an oldie but goodie. I'm going to be using the MAC PatrickStarrr powder. I haven't used this thing in forever. I actually stopped using it because I was scared to run out of it. So this will be my first time in a long time using this powder. So just in case you're not familiar, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to pick this up on a big fluffy brush and just set all over my face with it. I think this is the most like finely milled powder that I have, and even though it has kind of like a peachy color to it, it's very translucent on the skin. And I want my makeup to be set today, but I want something that's just like very, very fine on top of the foundation so it doesn't take away from the glow. So that's why I'm using this one today. And I'm not really hitting my under eye area just because they're like super dry. They've been like that for the past couple of months. So I know like when I set my under eye, they do look better. But unfortunately, I don't care like how very little powder I put on my under eye, it just gets super dry. So I just haven't been setting that area lately. So I'm gonna skip over that, but I am gonna be setting the rest of my face. Okay, I did my brows off camera and now we're gonna move on to bronzer. Normally I do my eyeshadow first and then I bronze, but I'm gonna go backwards and you'll see why in just a little bit. So for the bronzer, I'm using the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer and I'm gonna use this shade over here. I'm gonna pick this up on the Luxie 680 brush and I'm dipping into just that darker shade. So this is what it looks like on the brush. And I'm just gonna very lightly apply that to my forehead. Because of the way like I have like the little part on the side of my hair, I really just concentrate the bronzer like where I think you can like see it. So I don't do like my full forehead sometimes. So I'm using this particular one today. I don't know if it's like really picking up on camera, but let me show you the color in the pan again. This is like a really almost like a pinkish toned bronzer, but when you apply it, it does have a little like gold reflex to it. And it barely shows up on my skin, but I feel like that's why I like it so much. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and kind of just go over it just a little bit, just to kind of like blend the two into each other. I always have an issue with no matter what bronzer I use, I feel like I end up applying like way too much because bronzers tend to be like darker. So I like this particular one because if I end up applying a little too much, it doesn't look that bad because it doesn't really show up on my skin that much. So now I'm just hitting like right on my cheekbone. And I'm also gonna hit my jawline a little bit too. So this just gives me like a very slight dimension to my face. But I picked this product today as opposed to what I normally bronze with because it does have more of a glow than the other powder that I use. The one that I normally use is just like a matte powder. This one has like more of a glow to it. I'm switching to a smaller brush, but I'm sticking with the same powder, and I'm also going to bronze / contour my nose with this. And this just gives, you know, a little dimension in the center of my face. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pick up my foundation brush and just lightly dab over it just to help blend everything in together. Okay, so the reason I wanted to bronze first is because I'm also gonna use this for my eyeshadow, and maybe it wasn't necessary, but for some reason I just felt like it was easier for me to bronze first and then do my eyes. I don't know, but I'm gonna stick with yet that same color first, and I'm just picking up a standard blending brush. This is the NYX number 16 brush, and I'm just gonna drag this in like my crease area, and I'm not really paying attention to like being all precise. And I also didn't put a primer or concealer on my eye today because I do want this to be like quite simple and not something that is going to take a lot of time. So I'm just like adding dimension to my eyelid, adding a little bit of color, but I'm not really doing like a super precise eye look today. I never do like super precise eye looks because I feel like I can't, but I hope you get what I'm saying. So I feel like this product may have like a shift. Like sometimes you can't really see the glow unless I move certain ways. I'm switching over to a flat shader brush. This is the M167, and now I'm gonna pick up this shade over here. It's more of like the pinky shade, and I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. This particular color will barely show up, but again, that's what I want today. I want a glow, but I don't want to be like super glam today. So it's just giving me like a little flush of color on my eyes. Okay, so now we're moving on to blush, and I'm going to be using my ABH blush kit. You guys see me use this from time to time. It's not my everyday blush, but I'm using this one today. I'm going to go in with this shade at the bottom. I'm using this one today because it does have more of a glow than my everyday blush. The everyday one, which is Note Cosmetics, this one is like a straight up matte blush. This one has just a little bit of sparkle to it, so that's why I'm using that one today. So when I apply my blush, I like applying it kind of like in an upward motion. I guess I'm kind of following the path of my under eye concealer because I feel like that helps to give my face that lifted effect. And then I like to drag it all the way down to the apples of my cheeks also, so that I feel like I put it down here so that when you're looking straight, you can actually see the blush on my face. I know some people kind of like to start it right here. I like it for it to go like all the way up and down in this area. And of course, since we're going for like a glowy look today, we're definitely going to use some highlighter. I'm going to be using the Flush highlighter in the color Promise. This is the packaging, and this is what it looks like, a very nice rose gold shade. This one, I think rose gold highlighters, they just look super natural on me, so that's why I'm using this one today. This particular formula though, I feel like is really nice and creamy. So I'm just going to be applying this to the high points of my cheek. And then I'm going to apply a little bit more up here and around my brow. And it's a nice subtle glow, but I feel like it's still quite noticeable. I feel like what I'm doing with my makeup today is actually quite refreshing because quite often I've been doing like, I feel like more intricate looks, like especially with the eyeshadow. And this is just, it's a full face, but it's like, it's just a bit more toned down than what I've been doing lately, I guess. I'm switching over to a fan brush, and I'm gonna hit my brow bone. And this will also add a little bit more dimension to my eye since it's a different color than the other two shades that I have on my lid. Then I'm gonna switch over to like a relatively big pencil brush, staying with the same shade. And I'm gonna pop some of this in my inner corner. I'm concentrating it on my inner corner, but I'm also like blending it back up into the colors that I have on my lid. Today I'm going to be setting my face with the NYX First Base Primer Spray. So I really love the NYX Matte Finish Spray, but I don't have any more of that. And I do feel like this is a good alternative. I do have the NYX Dewy Finish Spray, and this would be good for people who have dry skin that's going for like a glowy look today. And even though I'm going for glow, I do have oily skin, so I do want my makeup to stay in place. So I'm gonna go in with this instead, and I'm just gonna spray like an even mist of this all over. I'm going to do eyeliner and mascara off camera. So as always, I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black. And then I'm going to use my Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. So I'm going to apply both of these off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to finish everything off with lips. And I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon Lip Pencil. And this is in the shade Chestnut. I'm going to line my lips with this. And I like to rub my lips together just to try and smear the liner out a little bit. And then I'm going to finish everything off with Maybelline's Maple Kiss lipstick. So you definitely can get a glow on your lips by using a lip gloss. But I feel like today I just want like a little bit of color on my lips and something that will complement all of the different shades of glow that I have going on. So this is what Maple Kiss looks like. And I feel like because it has kind of like a little warmth to it, it's almost like an orangey coppery color. I feel like it'll be a nice complement to the shades that are on my face. And this is not a matte lipstick, it's more of like a satiny finish. So you're still gonna get the glow on your lips too. Okay, I just went ahead and threw on some earrings. So this is the finished look. I really like how I have a bunch of different like hues of like rosy, almost like a little bit of like bronzy, a little touch of gold here and there on my face, but I feel like all the different hues, they work together very well. And like I said earlier, this is making me kind of like want to do my makeup like this more often. I feel like a lot of times when I come on camera, I'm usually trying to like experiment with color and whatnot, but this looks like really nice and simple. And it's like, it's nice for every day. So I really hope that y'all like the way that it came out, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you have not subscribed yet, I really hope that you'll do that before you leave today. And I hope to see y'all back for my next video. Until then, take care. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.